Hello. I want to address a question that I see asked a lot on Facebook. It is, I want to leave America, but where should I go? Baby, I don't know you. I don't think that's the right question. I think you want to ask a different question. We'll get into that. Hi, this is Anita, aka Global Granny, and I am a single solo female traveler who's retired and traveling around the world to find my new home outside of the US. And if this is something that you're thinking about, and I'm thinking that you're thinking about it because I see a lot of questions, be prepared. Get your pen and paper. Let's talk about it for a little bit. It's virtually impossible for somebody that does not know you to tell you where to go. So, I'm thinking that your question might be, is it safe for melanated people around the world? That might be the question that you're wanting to ask and not ask. I don't know. But where should I live is really, I want to leave the US, where should I live? That's tough because the questions that you probably should ask yourself, or that I would ask you, pencil and paper in hand. Let's do some deductive reasoning. What do you like? Are you a city person? Are you a rural country person? Do you like the suburbs? What do you like? You like the beach? You like old architecture? Do you want good public transportation? Do you want to walk everywhere? Do you want accessibility to Uber? What do you want? What are you looking for? I will tell you what my criteria is for what I'm doing, and maybe this will help you too. I have two non-negotiables. They're weather and walkability. If I'm in a beautiful place with great weather, I can't walk anywhere, it's a no for me. So, but if it's walkable and and it's so blazing hot or cold that I can't walk anywhere, that's a no for me. People think of outdoor people as nature people, and maybe I am, sorta. I love the great outdoors. I'm sitting outside right now. I have this amazing view in Kigali, Rwanda, of all places. It's January, and as you can tell, it's nice weather. So for me, my non-negotiables, which I would encourage you to have some as well, are weather and walkability. So by weather, let's get a little more specific. I like mild weather, as in 40, and I know 40 is chilly, 45 is just better, to 80. I might take 85. That means no 30s, that means no 90s. Those have to be rare events and wherever I pick a place to live outside the US. I also like old architecture. There are places in Europe that I absolutely love. Old architecture, places like Valencia, Spain, which I absolutely love because it has old architecture. It also has water, since I'm really not a beach person, but it has water, so if I felt like I wanted to see the beach, I could. It also has fountains. And you can walk everywhere. The metro is good, the buses are good. So it ticks all the boxes from a, I could be here long-term perspective. The healthcare is good. I'm not a fan of taxes, but the healthcare is great for people that are retired like I am. That's a really good place. Let's say that you're not a city person, you're more of a beach person. Well, there's lots of beaches. There's lots of beaches. Low-hanging fruit is Mexico. You can also go to Ecuador. You can also go to Colombia. You got the whole Caribbean, the whole Latin American, Guatemala, Honduras. Everything is right there for you to go to. So you guys got it a little bit more, got it easier than someone like me who actually is looking for a specific weather pattern that's enjoyable for me, because I love sitting outside, enjoying whatever's going on outside. I love parks, I love museums, and just sitting around exploring and being outside for hours at a time, reading. I like that kind of stuff. It's nice and relaxing for me. So the other part of it, I'm discovering, because I'm actually on the continent. I've been to Johannesburg, I've been to Cape Town, and now I'm in Rwanda. The things that these three countries have in common, and they're not the only ones, is milder weather. It's January. So I'm actually enjoying the fact that I don't have to have on a heavy coat or anything like that. It's not a rainy season, so it's not raining like crazy. It's just perfect weather from that perspective. Where one or two win out over the other is Cape Town and Rwanda are a lot more walkable than Johannesburg. Johannesburg is not walkable at all. You can get into a particular area and you can't just go to the park and hang out. It's not that kind of place. Safety is a little bit of an issue there. You can be in the nicer areas and be okay. I was in Rosebank. The mall is right there, and a lot of people go there. There's a Sandton, I think that's another area that's nice, and you stay in those areas in Melrose. So there's pockets of places that are nice that you can stay in, but it's not the kind of place that I could go and hang out at the park and have a sangria outside, for example, listen to some live music outside. It's not that kind of place. Cape Town, however, is. My favorite Ethiopian restaurant is in Cape Town, and also there's a waterfront that I could sit and I can listen to live music, and the breeze comes through and the sun comes out, and it's just a wonderful day. So I have a good mixture, and there's mountains, by the way. I think there's mountains in all of these places. The mountains in Cape Town are a lot more distinct than the mountains in Johannesburg, which are kind of off in the distance. I'm actually in Rwanda right now, Kigali specifically, and I look like I'm on a hill because when I look out, I actually see in the horizon some of the places that look like they're lower in the valley. So that's why I said I've been to 14 countries, so you have to be very specific about what you're looking for in a country. No one can answer that question for you. Your friend is ChatGPT. It will tell you what places that I need to go to that's cheaper than the United States. That's another question that people ask. Well, there's a lot of places that are cheaper than the United States. And it's relative because how you live. You may not want to live like quote unquote a local. You may want to be in a certain neighborhood that's a little more expensive. But here, from what I understand, there's 2 bedrooms, 2 baths for $1,000 a month. For some people, that's not good, but I don't know anywhere in the U.S. besides maybe Idaho or Nebraska. I don't know, maybe those places do, that you can actually get a 2 bedroom, 2 bath for $1,000 a month. I don't know, but I'm looking for something along those lines between 800 and 1,000. If I could do it less than that, I would, but I like creature comforts. I like American bathrooms for sure, because there are places that actually have the shower and the toilet in the same, and it's like a wet room kind of situation. There are places on the planet that are like that. Not my jam. I also have to have a balcony because I love sitting outside. There are days that I don't feel like peopling. I'm an introvert. I love being outside sometimes, and then I want to go and be away in my own space. So before you start asking a bunch of strangers, where should you go? Do a little research. Google is a pain when it comes to research because it gives you a whole bunch of advertisements that are just nonsense. But work with ChatGPT and find out what it would tell you. If you say, I want to live near the beach, or I'm a single parent with 2 kids, where is it safe? Safe is also relative because the U.S. is not safe, okay? Just saying. There's mass shootings, there's people that get shot, there's people that get just crazy stuff happening. It is everywhere. Things happen everywhere. So there's limits to what can happen in certain places. This is supposed to be, Kigali, Rwanda is supposed to be the cleanest and the safest place on the continent. I've heard that, and I have to tell you, I haven't seen any trash on the street anywhere. I do have to say that. And I came from, just riding from the airport to here. Today I have an outing that I'm gonna walk to the car-free zone. And I'll see how walkable it really is, and I'll see how the people are all the train friendly. So that's not it. The vibe is amazing. The food is really, really good and fresh. I'm vegetarian, so the fresh fruit and veg makes a difference to me, and I have been eating very well since I've been here. All 3 countries actually, so I can't complain about that. And I will see what other things Rwanda holds. And maybe part of my year will be on the continent and still visiting places in Europe, part of the year. And then my other strategy might be South America, because I really love Colombia, the people of Colombia. If you watch my other videos, I talk about how welcoming and warm the people in Colombia are. So I have choices, but I would encourage you to check out ChatGPT or ask more specific questions about a place. because a very broad question is, where should I go? I want to leave the US. Your why is very important because you might want to leave the US for a new start, and that's perfectly fine. Whatever your why is yours. Whatever you uniquely like. What you like might be different from what I like. So I don't really follow the herd from that perspective. I'll go and check a place out. I mean, I've been to Lisbon, the places that, and I've been to Mexico, and I spend a lot of time in the places that expats normally go. Some are good, some are not. It just depends. It depends on what you like as a person. I don't like graffiti on the walls. I don't like a lot of old mold on the walls of places. I know it's outside and not inside for the most part, but I just aesthetically, I want it to be pleasing. I'm choosing something, and that's why I kind of call it country dating. I'm choosing to be in a place for 6 months, maybe a year at a time. So I want it to be pleasing to me. Just like I would be picky about spending time and committing to anything, commit to this country, because you're talking about committing to a country. I want it to be something that's, I wake up every day and I'm happy to be here. Not I wake up every day and go, oh Lord, there they go, tagging the building again. That's not something I want to wake up to. Or, oh my God, they're announcing stuff, there's noise, there's bells, there's whistles, there's all kind of stuff going on. I don't want to wake up to that every day. So, like I said, create your criteria, create what you need as an individual. The masses will not help you with that. They don't know you like that. I get it. I get it. I think you're asking a different kind of question. It's very safe out here for melanated people. You would be surprised. You're an American. You're an American with privilege. And I know that's a difficult concept for a lot of people, but it's a true statement. I've been to 14 countries, and the places that people say are racist and don't treat us right, I have been treated very well everywhere I've gone. So, and I never felt like I was in danger. I did have my head on a swivel in Johannesburg. I'm not gonna lie, because I kept getting the hotel staff, and every time I walk out the door, be careful, make sure your phone is in. After a while, that gets trying. You're like, really? But it is what it is. They live there, they know the place. So before you ask that question, you can actually look at a couple of videos that I have in places that people say are quote unquote dangerous, because I've done some on Colombia and I've done some on Mexico. And you can also go to ChatGPT for your particular needs and ask specific questions of ChatGPT. And then try to scout, try to go to those places. The vibe is something that, I don't care what we say as people that have been there, your vibe when you get there will be different based on your personality and what you're looking for. And that's okay. It's okay to be an individual. So if you like this kind of content, hit the subscribe button, share it with a friend. And hopefully, if you decide to be a snowbird, like I am, sort of, and if you decide you want to relocate and hang out for 6 months here, 6 months there, 3 months here, this might be the place for you, because I go through a couple of countries and cities, and I'll give you my feedback on them, and it might be something that you want to check out. So I would say enjoy the ride, have fun, get out there. There's a whole big world out there, and it is safe. See you in the next video.